What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Talk Inside the Ring. Guys, I'm just going to get straight into it. We have big news. WWE has not cracked open the door, not just opened it just a little bit. No, they have taken Triple H's sledgehammer and they have knocked that door down. WWE has done the unthinkable, and that is with they have let the TNA Women's Champion, the TNA Knockouts Champion, Jordynne Grace, not just compete in the Royal Rumble, but she is actually going to be wrestling on WWE programming. A TNA superstar is going to be wrestling on WWE programming. That's not just the Royal Rumble, which I love the Royal Rumble. But this news is huge. This is groundbreaking. I never thought in all my years of being a pro wrestling fan that I would ever see WWE and TNA do business. And the only other time that they did business together was when Hulk Hogan was able to talk WWE and convince them to let the very first person who ever jumped ship from WWE to TNA, the Instant Classic, Captain Charisma himself, also known as Christian Cage in TNA, come back for one night only to do something very special. And I was like, oh man, that's awesome that they were able to do that. But I never thought in a million years that, one, I would see two TNA wrestlers ever show up in the Royal Rumble, like Mickie James and the now reigning champion, Jordynne Grace, but to see a TNA wrestler who is still employed with TNA to be able to cross the barriers and actually wrestle on a WWE pay-per-view. And it's probably going to be the main event, or one of the main events of NXT Battleground. I'm flabbergasted, guys, because years ago, TNA was kind of the alternative to WWE for the longest time. And were they ever able to beat WWE in the ratings? No. But they were the alternative because it had guys like Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, who is now in WWE, had Scott Steiner, had so many other guys, so many different opportunities. TNA made wrestling interesting again. WWE wasn't the only game in town. And now we have these two companies who would always crap on each other, who could barely do business, doing business. I love the Paul Levesque era. It is kicking off with it's been a bang ever since. And I'm just excited to see. Just imagine, you could have Matt Hardy, who is a TNA guy, Nick Nemeth, who is a TNA guy, wrestling former still WWE guys. We could have AJ Styles go over as a WWE guy to one of TNA's biggest pay-per-views, Bound for Glory or Slammiversary. We could have so many other TNA superstars maybe do Survivor Series, Team TNA versus Team WWE. We could have a WWE Forbidden Door pay-per-view type of thing. Imagine if they did a TNA Invasion, hear me out, but it was good. Imagine if we actually got the invasion that we should have gotten when it was WWE versus WCW. We could have an actual good invasion story angle. I really wish we had gotten this so many more years ago, because then we could have gotten Sting versus The Undertaker at a TNA versus WWE pay-per-view. We could have gotten it in 2011. We could have gotten it, or 15 or whatever, but we could have got it if Vince McMahon would have just dropped his pride, dropped his ego, but hey, let's do business. Let's actually do a pay-per-view like this. Guys, it is such a great time to be a pro wrestling fan. It's not even funny. I am so happy about this. You can tell the smile on my face. Guys, I am so excited. I'm flabbergasted. What if, even though TNA has not brought back the six-sided ring, what if they brought it for one special event only, kind of like what AAA does, or maybe they just use a six-sided ring only now. I don't know. And we actually got a six-sided ring on a WWE pay-per-view. It probably will not happen, but I can dream. I've been dreaming about this for years, as you can tell. I am very excited. Guys, the future is bright. It is true what they say in wrestling, never say never. And I can honestly say this probably would never have happened to this degree with Vince McMahon still being around. So guys, man, drop a big elbow like Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, on the like button. And do not forget to give a sweet chin music like Shawn Michaels for the 1, the 2, and the 3. For for the subscribe and the likes, and I will see you next time as I talk about WWE 2K24, and if it does hold up as possibly a sequel or a remake of 2K14. Have a good day, guys, and I'll see you in the ring. Bye, guys.